Welcome, fellow travelers! Today we have something special. We have a figure haul. So, let's get into it. Now, off rip, I just want to specify, I didn't buy all this in one haul. This is all just kind of like what I've bought within the last couple weeks and kind of just not really done anything with. My shelves are a little depleted because I have a bunch of figures over there that I'm kind of reorganizing right now. But first off, I just want to go over some of my eBay hauls. And it's only a couple figures. We have the Fantastic Four, but not really the four. We just have three members, being Torch, Thing, and Mr. Fantastic. I already had the Invisible Woman for these four. So I was like, let me just get all three, and it was a bundle deal for $50 or something like that, and they all came with all of their accessories, so I thought it was pretty cool. And then second, we got this Beetle and Boomerang together. They're not a 2-pack or anything, but I hit up the guy. He was having it for $60 or something like that, and it's $25, $28 a figure. So I was like, okay, $60 isn't bad, but let me see if I can bargain this guy down. And because I'm a bargain guy. If I can get a deal anywhere, I'm gonna try. That's the one thing I've learned from figure collecting is you can cut some deals. And I made the guy an offer for $45, and he was like, sure, let's do it. These two figures came in, but he also threw in a Pokemon card, a couple stickers, and even threw in these weird little I guess Imaginext figures that I used I didn't have these specific ones, but I had very similar things to this when I was a kid. So pretty cool on that guy. Shout out to that guy, And then next, these are the actual hauls that I've had over the last couple weeks. So from GameStop, they had a couple of the newer waves that came out, but GameStop's always so slow in getting stuff. I don't pre-order anything from GameStop anymore because the amount of times I've pre-ordered something from them and it's just been way after everybody else has it. I'm like, oh, well, I can't buy this figure because I got a GameStop pre-order. Just stopped pre-ordering things from GameStop because, they're tad slow when it comes to actually getting your figures. But off rip, we have this, I guess, Spider Venom. It's a symbiote spider. Who doesn't love a symbiote spider? But I thought it looked pretty cool. He comes with this weird chain. I'm not sure what comic book run it's from or anything like that, but honestly, it's a little bit better than my current symbiote spider, and I thought it looked cool. And then next, we have the Mark III Iron Man that they just re-released. And I love these re-releases because it's good for people like me that weren't able to pick up these specific figures when they came out. Because I've only been collecting for 4 or 5 years now. So if anything was released before then, it's been really hard to get figures that came out before that time without, blowing a bunch of money on it. But this I thought was really cool. I love, my current, staple MCU Iron Man is the I forget what it's called, but it's the, Endgame Iron Man. And I love it. I like the nanotech. But honestly, there's just something about, that original MCU, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3 kind of Iron Man suit that I just love so much. But then we also got the re-release of this Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Now, hot take, Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. Fight me. I wasn't able to get the original one that came out, but from what I hear, this one's a little bit lighter than the other Andrew Garfield Spider-Man that came out. I think that one's a little bit darker or something like that. Somebody might have to fact check me on that. But that's the little GameStop haul, And we got it for a little bit cheaper than we would have if we had gotten it somewhere else because I'm a pro member. Don't ask me why. I am because I'm a pro member everywhere, even at gas stations. Now, next, we have my comic book store haul. I don't know if I'm allowed to say their name. I feel like I would be. But I don't know if there's a copyright infringement somewhere. Somebody let me know if I could say the comic book store's name. But it's the local comic book store that I go to. They sell figures, pops, action figures. I already said that. Comic books, a bunch of Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons stuff. It's my favorite place on earth right now. But this is what I got from this bag at least a couple weeks ago. And I wasn't big on this character when it first came out, but I see everybody else getting it, and it just low-key made me want to get it a little bit more. And that would be Marvel's Strong Guy. And what's funny is when I originally bought it, the guy there was like, oh, well, back in my day, Strong Guy was a Build-A-Figure. I have a hot take about Build-A-Figures. I don't like them. Fight me. I don't like Build-A-Figures. I don't. Because in order to build the figure, you have to collect characters in the wave that you don't want. And I'm going to keep it about, it's a cash grab. For certain waves, it's cool because you want all those characters and you get an extra figure out of it. That's awesome. But for waves of people that I don't care about, I'm not buying it just for the Build-A-Figure. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. But that one I'm really excited about. But this one I'm even more excited about. And that would be Marvel's Nimrod, which I don't really know how old this figure is. I just seen it at the comic book store. And I was like, oh, is this a Sentinel? Give it to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just thought he looked really cool. I'm not really, I'm not too big on who he is as a character. I know he's some kind of like Sentinel being or some like maybe like hive mind Sentinel being. He's not like a regular Sentinel, but I just thought he looked cool and he would look cool with my X-Men. So pick it up, you know what I'm saying? Now this last toy haul, this one's the most special because I had both of these orders in like a cart on eBay, and I was like, when I come up on a little bit of money, you know, I've been working a lot these last couple weeks. I'm gonna splurge on this whenever that time comes, but I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself just so I can get these now. But I'll save them in my cart. But I went to the comic book store, and they had a couple good pickups. I'm not gonna lie, and I think I went last night. And this one figure I've wanted for a really long time, but I've never like launched it. I've just been like, oh, like it's a cool figure, but I just can't, consider buying it. But seeing it in the wild, like it's a different experience. I love shopping in real life more than anything. Like getting to see the figure. Figure hunting is like one of my favorite things to do, and it's cool online, but there's just something about doing it in real life. And picking this, Bagman figure up in the wild was just something that I've never seen possible. This is an older figure, and I thought it was cool. I wanted this figure for forever, and I just never was like, it's not like an expensive figure, but I just was like, I want to see it in the wild. I don't know what it is. I've probably been looking at this for the last 2 years. I'm not too sure, but we got Bagman, Spider-Man, baby. And this last one, I literally had it in the eBay cart, like I said, and I walked into the comic book store, and I was looking around. I didn't see it for a minute, but it just caught my eye, and I was like, no way. They had Marvel's Hobgoblin just sitting up there. It was just sitting up there. It was late at night. This bad boy was probably sitting up there all day, and nobody picked him up. And I know a lot of people like the other Hobgoblin that came out a couple years ago, but something about this retro card one, it talks to me. You know what I'm saying? It talks to me. And realistically speaking, this is like the last Spider-Man villain that I really needed to have a complete rogues gallery. Yeah, you have some B-tier villains here and there, but other than Boomerang and Beetle, which I just picked up, Hobgoblin was the last one that I really wanted to be able to be I have a relatively complete rogues gallery of Spider-Man villains, and that's all completed. And that is pretty much the figure haul. I have 2 comic books that I picked up, and it would be these 2 right here, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 and Spider-Man featuring the Hulk. I picked this up just because I'm a Ultimate Spider-Man meat writer. I love Ultimate Spider-Man. I have Omnibus 1, Omnibus 2. I have several paperbacks. The video cut me off before I was done, but it was Ultimate Spider-Man #1. As I was saying before TikTok decided to be mean, I love Ultimate Spider-Man, so I try to pick these up as much as possible. This is the comic book series that got me into comic books in general. So these just have a special place in my heart. And then I picked up the Spider-Man featuring the Hulk because I don't know if this is the specific comic book run or anything that everybody keeps referencing Spider-Man's Brand New Day and the Hulk situation to. because there's like a panel where Hulk remembers who Spider-Man is, but Bruce doesn't. And everybody keeps referencing that. So I was like, let me pick it up, give it a shot. Maybe that's what everyone's talking about. And guys, that's the haul for the last couple of weeks. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading as much. I'm about to make videos about unboxing pretty much all of these. They're not all going to come out today, but I'm just going to film them all and edit them later. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all want to see figure reviews of these specific figures, let me know down below, and they'll come out soon. But other than that, stay blessed and have a great day.